When an innocent child is in danger, we all hold our breath. No call for help is more urgent. No victim is more innocent.
I was screaming, "John, stop. John, get down." And he just kept on going.
Autistic children love to climb. That tower is just beckoning him.
You're talking about enough electricity to run 2 or 3 small cities.
When 10-year-old John McNeil started climbing the electrical power tower at the back of his family's home, his older brother James started up after him. He knew that John was in trouble, for John is an autistic child. He has no concept of danger. The chase takes them to the top, 120 feet in the air. What the boys don't realize is that these high-tension lines carry 230,000 volts of deadly electricity.
And tried talking down, he knocked him down, started going up. And so I started going up after him, and he went straight for the pegs on the side, and he went straight up him.
For James, who is afraid of heights, it is the ultimate act of brotherly love.
I was worried about him falling and taking me with him.
Across town, Rick Pillam and Ruben Cardenas, linemen at the SRP Electric Company, hear about the dangerous situation. They know that their 150-foot crane could save the boys' lives, but their mechanics need at least 30 minutes to put the crane back in service. Meanwhile, Byron and Saundra McNeil receive word of their son's deadly dilemma and race home from work.
Well, I felt better knowing that James was with him because, well, having an autistic child on top of the tower, you know that there couldn't be a happy outcome.
One of my biggest concerns was if John became excited, there wouldn't be any way that James could hold him, and John would have fallen and died, and probably take James with him.
Scaling the tower is an adrenaline rush for an autistic child like John, says Dr. Eric Benjamin.
I think he was very much caught in the exhilaration of being up in an elevation, the ability to follow through on something he's wanted to do every time he's looked at that tower.
The electric company turns off the power, but the lines still surge with more than 20,000 volts of static electricity. Firefighters Jeff Mitchell and Terry Self carefully inch their way to the top of the tower. Their plan is to restrain the boys so they can't fall.
I was concerned about John when Terry was approaching him, whether he'd kind of maybe get scared and back up away from Terry into the power lines.
John didn't understand how much danger he was in. He kept wanting to get up, move around.
Up until now, it has been James' brave efforts that have kept his little brother calm and alive.
He had one hand clamped on the tower, the other hand was clamped over John's hand onto the tower. It was pretty impressive that he was able to keep that much control under circumstances.
With time running out, the firefighters contemplate a dangerous rescue.
We ended up deciding on that we're going to set up a system that we're going to rappel down with the kids. And we started setting that up. And then that's when SRP pulled up with their truck.
But the rescuers must move quickly. Although the crane is in place, daylight is rapidly fading.
They did tell us he was autistic and that he was capable of becoming very strong. And we didn't know what we would encounter once we got up there.
Firefighters cut the boys from their harnesses and James steps to safety. But the rescuers aren't sure how John will react. Will he step into the safety basket quietly, or will he resist?
I reached out, picked him up, and put him down in the basket. He seemed really happy. Then we put a hard hat on him to make him a little bit more like us, and took him and his brother down to the ground.
I would like to say thank you to Captain Terry Self and Jeff Mitchell and the other ones who helped them, and then the Power Rangers.
Although the rescuers successfully bring the boys to safety, they believe the real hero is John's older brother, James.
Just strumming up the courage to go up there and help out his brother. He's the heroic one, I think.
He just was desperate to save his brother's life, and I feel like he did.
But I already thought he was a hero because he never complained about having to watch John.
It's just something I needed to do to protect my brother. That was really all that mattered to me.
James, being up there, I knew that John would be okay. John had a guardian angel, and that was James.